Hi everyone, it's Becky with Becky's Feathered Nest. First of all, thank you for being patient while I get these videos out. The last video I did was my packing the suitcase for our annual scrapbooking retreat in Nebraska with my sisters, which I thoroughly enjoyed. However, I have been on a medical whirlwind since then. Coming back from the airport, I had an accident at the airport, tripped over one of their ramps, landing my head first on concrete, which put me in the hospital with a concussion and badly sprained arm. About 6 weeks after that, I ended up having an incisional hernia from a previous surgery that I had and ended up in the hospital again and recovering for 6 weeks. And then after that, I had found out that I had to have a hysterectomy and went in and had that done. And through that, I have now learned 4 weeks ago, I found out that I have cancer. And a lot of things have changed because of that. I'm thoroughly fine with having the cancer. My life is in God's hands. I have total trust in Him. Excuse me, in Him, and I know He will do what is best for me. But I do know that I will be going through another surgery, which is scheduled 2 weeks from now. And I obviously will have to go through treatments. The surgery that I'll be having in 2 weeks will let them know what stage cancer I have and the treatment that I will need. So when I found out 4 weeks ago, if you'll remember the video, the graduation table video, I announced the engagement of my daughter. Her wedding was planned for January, a 6-month planning process we were going to go through. However, with all these hospital stays that I've had to go through recently, and now the news of the cancer, we asked and they have agreed to having their wedding moved up. There are certain issues with having to move a wedding up, obviously, when you call caterers, photographers, all the different DJs, just all of the things, venues and things like that go into planning a wedding. When you call someone and ask if they can book photography or wedding type things in 5 weeks, typically they are booked up. So we didn't have the options of having photographers, caterers, things like that. So we chose to have we are in our 4th week right now. She gets married this Saturday. So we pulled together our church, our friends, our family. My sister is flying in today to help wrap up everything and be there for the wedding to help me pull that day off. It has been a real blessing. God is awesome and does miraculous things. So I don't have any worries, but it has been a whirlwind. So let me show you what we have done so far in 4 weeks. And this right here is the Sweetheart table. Okay, and I have a chenille bedspread on that. I have a couple, so I've got one on another table back there. You know how I like to set things up, label everything. I like to set things up so that I know it is going to be appealing to the eye or not forget things. It's going to be a simple wedding, obviously, because we had to cut out several things. But she also had a very simple taste and theme in mind. She wanted burlap, chalkboard, vintagey, kind of rusticy type items, the mason jars, things like that. So it was a very easy thing to pull off. So, that part was a blessing. But this is the Sweetheart table, and it's got the chalkboard, Mr. and Mrs. It has the mason jars, which we will be adding rice to the bottom, fill them up partial with some rice. And then the burlap, lace, and that type thing, the chenille tablecloth. Because we won't be able to have a catered meal now, we are going to just be doing a cake and punch reception. And then we will have some snacky type things to do, for people to snack on while we do take photos. We had several people step up that offered to take the photos for us. They kind of do it as a hobby on the side from our church and friends who have offered to do that. So, we will still have all the logistics of the wedding just not as elaborate as some, a wedding that I probably would have planned out. So my daughter is a very simple and very laid back girl, and she's perfectly good with everything that we're doing. So, that's a blessing in itself. This is going to be their private tray where we will set up their snacks, which is going to be cheese and crackers, fruit, and things like that. So they'll have their own little setup right there, and then their little plates will be sitting right here on the side. And then the bridal party will be on an extension of this. So, and now we're in our in the dining room kitchen area of my home, which many of you have seen. So I kind of had the tables lined up here. I had them actually spread all over the house while I was working on them, but they're basically finished now. So I've kind of just got them stacked. We'll clean it up, pack it up, and get it to our church on Friday. So what I had done here is purchase these little mason jar type decanters. And inside, well, I'll show you on the inside. The other one, it's open. But over here, it has the burlap, the crushed velvet. These are just little crates that I got from Michael's. I have a antique photo stuck back there, a Starbucks cold coffee that I painted a chalkboard square on and then put their initial on it just for decoration, because this is going to have the beverages on it. Right here will be lemonade, and then we'll line up their glassware here. And then these are the drawers from an antique sewing machine, and I will be filling this entire thing up with the coffee pods and the Keurig machine, obviously. And then over here we'll fill this antique machine drawer up with these sugars, and I'll have a container for the stir sticks, and then I have another little crate just so it balances out with the same type decor here. Okay, and then the runner here with more glassware, and then another one. The other one will hold lemonade, I think, and this one holds, the other one's tea. This one is lemonade. These are just some a little thing that I made to hang on the top here. It'll hang right here, and it's just a Tim Holtz. I'm not even sure what you call these. It's from Tim Holtz. You've seen those. And then I just added a bling and fun stuff to it and hung it on a chain so that it will hang. So it'll hang something like that, if you can see that, on the jar so people know, what it is. I also put the drip tray in here so we don't forget that. And underneath each table, I put, let's see if I can show you under here. Well, that side's blank. I don't know if you can see in the dark. These are the boxes, the sugar, the creamer, the coffee pods, things like that. And I'll be packing all of it and labeling it the beverage table. And then over here is where we'll have the snacks. So you've seen this stand here. This is usually on my entertainment counter. And I just decorated that up a bit. And then I have a friend at the church that's going to make a big, giant cheese ball to put right here to fill that area up. And then another cheese type spread will be going right here. Some Ritz bacon crackers there to go with this. And then also another bin over here. And then some decor here, vases with some flowers, a bowl for the fruit, a bowl or a little container, kind of goes with that little rustic-y, vintagey look she's going for, with mixed nuts, and then the crackers in this bigger container here, and then another fruit tray, or fruit bowl. It'll have, strawberries, grapes, things like that in it, and then a vegetable tray here. You've also seen this on my entertainment counter, but I changed it out, decorated the top a little bit differently, and that's where the plate stacks go, and you can see that in the right hand corner over there. The other vase with flowers in right here, and that will have a little bit of rice in it as well. But I did all that, if you can not look at the stuff behind or in front, just to see that it's very symmetrical here. Okay, so then in here I haven't, see if I can get turned around here so you see, haven't put a tablecloth on this table, but this is where they're going to put, they wanted cupcakes, but they also want to do a cake cutting ceremony. So we'll be doing a small wedding cake right here on top for them to cut, and it'll have the Mr. and Mrs. in that cake topper. And then she made her own, I gave her the little spade here, the cake knife here, and she decorated it herself, wrapped it with twine and added that, and then their plate that they can put the cake on. See if I can turn around here. Okay, this is about the same size as the tables we have in our church, and they're all round. I don't have the tablecloth on it, but it will have a white tablecloth, and this is how it will be decorated. This is a burlap runner all bunched up, a mirrored stand that will have water and a floating candle in here. Can't decide yet if we're going to color it yet. She's got blue, but not a lot of blue in the wedding, so we may put a little bit of blue water in there. And then, of course, we'll have tea lights in these. We'll fill this up with rice, put tea lights in those. Okay, and then she has very simple little mason jar flowers here. These are the heart-shaped candles that will be the floating in the square faces. Over here is her bubble stand. They'll be blowing bubbles, you know, instead of throwing rice. This is just a plant stand that I draped some fabric frayed. This is just a very natural muslin, I think it was. So frayed that and hung that over, tied a couple bows, put a little floral at the top. These are typically on my table now. I know you haven't seen my video. I haven't videoed the house yet with the white accents. And that's usually on my dining room table, so I had to get it off to work on that. This is an antique white suitcase that this is an empty box. Put the fabric and the lace fabric over that. This is going to be there where people can put gift cards. This is the tag that came on it, so I just put that in it. It's got the keys hanging on it. And then I put a frame, you know, that says cards, so people will know to put their cards in here. This is actually going to be sitting next to it. This is where the programs will be, and it's just a tin bucket from Hobby Lobby. And then their invitation hung there, a couple antique photographs, and just some antique lace and stuff that I've got draped on there. And that will be where their gift cards go. So, all right, that is some of the items that we have. You can see my house to me is a wreck because of all this. So, can't wait to get this all packed up and ready to head to the reception. We'll get to do that Friday. The wedding will be Saturday. I am going to show you, because they originally, when we were going to have catering, they were originally wanting a breakfast, a morning wedding with breakfast catered. They had gone to a wedding where they had the little mini pancakes, and she was very impressed and wanted to do that too. So instead of that, because now we are too short to get catering done, we're going to do a breakfast here for the bridal party and close family members. We're going to have a breakfast buffet here with the little mini pancakes and everything. So I'm going to show you how I have that set up on the next video. So, all right, my friends, I think I squeezed it all in there, and I don't know, my mind is just running so fast ahead. I'm not sure I'm getting everything said and done, but I hope you get the idea, and I will keep trying to get these videos out, and I don't know how easy it will be, but I'm going to give it a shot. Just please be patient with me. I don't know, you know, about the chemo and all that, how I will be feeling, so just be patient. I enjoy doing these, and I plan to keep doing them, maybe just a little slower for a while. All right, God bless. Bye, my friends.